Hello, everybody. It's time for a tarot reading. Although we're going to start with an oracle card right now, I do feel like the top card is important. Community, lovely, and potential. Huh. This is for somebody that thought they're never going to find their people. It's very interesting, right? Because right now we're on social media, like literally, you're watching me from social media, right? On social media, from your social media account, whatever. And we have never been, as a species, as a people, humans, right? We've never been more connected than we are now. You can reach out to anybody, anywhere in the world. And yet, we feel lonely a lot of the times, right? But this reading is reaching out to somebody who wants to feel that sort of connection with other people. Not necessarily because you're lonely or you don't feel happy on your own, no, but it's just you kind of wish that you can share things with other people, you know? And the cards are telling you that yes, you can meet people who will be good to you. And I feel like I had to say that because for some people, their desire to find human connections kind of leads them down dark paths. Like they end up compromising their values because they want to fit in with the group. Or it doesn't have to be super dark, okay? It could just be like you don't like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You don't care about Tony Stark and Captain America or anybody like that. But you know what? You found a group of people who seem like they're fun and they're nice to you, and that's all they want to talk about. So you're like, oh yeah, yeah, I love Tony Stark. Yay. You actually don't. You don't give a shit. But you kind of have to fake your personality in order to fit in with other people. Or maybe you only have a surface level connection with some people, right? Like you only talk about a hobby that you have in common, but aside from that, you don't actually talk about anything real. I get it, I feel it. But this feels like this is a genuine community. Like real, meaningful connections. So let's get cards. One day I'm going to be better at spreading cards. One day. Not today, though. Ace of Cups. Seems to be a popular card with me today. Yeah, Ace of Cups is like receiving blessings, receiving happiness, receiving joy. Like I said, this is the real thing. Real connections with people. Not just, where you just discuss memes or you just send each other funny pictures. No, I mean like real people that you can talk to about life and about like spirituality or about feelings. It doesn't mean that's all you're going to talk about, right? Actually, right before this reading, I was thinking about how, like, the best tarot readers, at least in my opinion, the ones that I like watching, because I still do watch tarot readers sometimes. The best ones are the ones that still laugh and enjoy it because the truth is, once you have a certain perspective on what's going on in the universe, I guess, you realize everything's okay. There's no need to be like sad or down about anything. Everything's gonna work out. Um, Life is beautiful, so should enjoy it. Yeah. Anyway, am I also a little loopy today? Yes. And I'm not. Yeah, I'm just on water. I don't even drink coffee anymore, so this is just this is just how my brain works. Nine of Cups. Ooh, look at how happy this man is. Again, it's talking about happiness. Happiness, like fulfillment and joy. Oh, I feel like Nine of Cups, and I'm not sure if this is really supposed to be like the textbook definition of it, but to me, recently, when I see the Nine of Cups, it talks about being happy with normal, everyday things. Like, you don't need a special occasion to be happy. So, like, look, this man, he just has some cups. He's not in like a fancy mansion, he's not surrounded by wealth or gold or anything. He's just happy. You can be happy with your normal everyday life. That's what I feel like. I, in the case of this with like friendship, 'cause I think that is the theme for this reading, right? In terms of friendship, you don't have to spend a lot of money to be with your friends. I know for some people it's like that. Like they only meet each other when they're planning a trip to Vegas, or they're the friends that you go with to go to the beach in a different country or something like that. I mean, sure, if that's your thing, right? But you shouldn't have to pay to fit in with a group of people who only want to do stuff like that. You should also, you know, have people who are okay with just being you in your home or in their home, having a simple day together. You don't need all that fancy stuff. King of Coins in reverse. Yeah, exactly. You don't need the fancy stuff. Like I said, you don't need to be rich either. So that's the thing, too, right? Maybe in your mind before you were thinking, well, I don't really have a group of friends because I'm not rich. If I were rich, then I would have like a fancy place, like a nice apartment or a big house. And then, all our friends can hang out at the pool and stuff like that. That's what you need in order to have friends. No, that's what you need in order to have people pretending to be your friends. That's the problem sometimes, like with celebrities, right? Or with anybody who's rich. When you do have access to stuff like that, when you have the fancy house, the fancy apartment, whatever, there will be people attracted to you who don't really like you, but they just want to be around your things. Or they just want to be able to hang out in a nice house and post about it on social media. Or maybe they're classist and they don't want to hang out with anybody who's like poor. They only want to network with people who are rich. I think you had that idea before, right? Like, I couldn't make connections with other people because I'm poor. Doesn't matter, man. Doesn't matter. The Fool. Ah, Temperance. Okay. Oops. So what that means is you will find people who will allow you to. I know it says be the fool, but no, it means someone with whom you could be like a child with. And I don't mean like just childish or like a childish sense of humor, although it could also mean that. It's referring to like your state when you were a kid and you're just completely free and you're not pretending to be anything. You're not pretending to be smarter than you are. You're not pretending to be richer than you are. You just are. You know, it's kind of linked up with the temperance card, like freedom to act however you want, to be your true self, to be authentic. Like reacting authentically. I really feel like this means that the people that you're going to meet in this new friend group, right? This new community that you're going to have, You can be yourself with them. You're going to be happy with them. You don't have to put false airs around them. You can just be yourself and it's okay. It's really nice. I'm glad. I think this is like assurance for somebody that maybe lost hope that they could find people like this that they get along with, or maybe they started, convincing themselves that they'll be lonely forever, that there's something wrong with them, and that's why they couldn't have friends. So this is saying no. I feel called to get the bottom of the deck for this one. It says balance, spirituality, and practicality. Eh. Okay. So when you pick these friends, right? Because we get to choose our friends. That's the difference between friends and family, right? We don't get to pick our family really, but we get to pick our friends. When you're picking your friends, you have to think about the spiritual aspect too. And what does that mean? If you, let's say, are of a particular belief system, or if you're devout, like let's say you're a devout Catholic or something, it does play a factor. Like the beliefs of the people that you're going to be really, really close friends with is a factor. And I'm not saying like be exclusive and weird, like, oh, you're a different religion, so you can't hang out with us. No, but how do I put this? If you believe in being kind, let's just put that, regardless of your religious beliefs, and you could be an atheist and believe this too, right? If you have a certain form of ethics and you believe that you should be kind to people, then don't be friends with someone who's an asshole. Doesn't matter if they're religious or they pretend to be devout or whatever. I don't care what they say they are, but like, who are they really? Like, don't be friends with an asshole if you know you're not an asshole. What else does that mean? To you, it's very important that partners stay faithful and loyal. Like no cheating. If you feel that you're no longer interested in the partner, then tell them, break it off with them, and then date someone else. But don't cheat. Like you feel that lying like that and betrayal like that is bad. Like you don't like it. Then don't tolerate being friends with a cheater. Because you don't have the same values. And you're thinking, look, that's not important. I'm not going to date them. They're just my friends. We're looking for genuine connections here, okay? What are you going to do? You're going to talk about movies? You're going to talk about like jokes? But you're not going to talk about anything real because when you do, you're going to clash because your values are very different from theirs. If you are not that materialistic, right? If you believe in earning enough money so that you can do the stuff you want, right? It's going to be difficult for you to be friends with somebody who is incredibly materialistic. Maybe there are some parts where you still click, or maybe you find them funny and they find you funny, and the conversation is, quite entertaining, right? But if you're going to talk about something real, which is what you want to have those deep conversations. You want to actually share your life with somebody else, right? And not in a romantic way. A group of friends. Some people are friends until their old age, right? Maybe that's the kind of friendship you want. Then it's going to be hard for you to have that if you pick friends that are so different than you in terms of values. Okay, and again, this is not talking about like formal labels like religion or whatever. No, I mean, we don't. I mean, as a society, we focus on like, oh, what are you supposed to look for in a spouse, stuff like that. But actually, we can ask those questions as well about friendships, right? Hmm. Should I draw my oracle cards? Sure, why not? Last one for you. Okay. A time to give rather than take. Oh, yep. Okay, here we go. If you want to be, or if you want to have nice friends, then you have to be a nice friend to others. Ah, right? If you want to be the kind of, if you want to have the kind of friends that help you move when you change apartments, then you have to help other people when they're moving apartments. Like I said, like normally we think of this kind of idea, like attracting the kind of person that you are in terms of like romantic relationships, right? Like if I want somebody who's super fit, to date me, then I have to be super fit as well because it's unusual to find somebody who's super fit dating somebody who is not fit at all. You know what I mean? There's going to be some issues. Well, first of all, it's just unusual for them to connect, but also it's more difficult for them to maintain the relationship, right? So for you, this is the thing. You have to be the kind of person you want to be friends with. Like if you picture yourself having friends where you jog together in the mornings, first of all, you have to learn how to jog in the morning. If you can't do that yourself, then you're not going to attract those kind of friends to you. You have to give rather than take. If you want a generous friend, the friend that remembers your birthdays and like sends you a cake, buys you flowers on your birthday, stuff like that, then you have to be willing to do that sort of thing for them too. Hmm? Okay, so on that note, we're gonna say goodbye. But first, I want to say thank you so much to everybody who's watched this reading. Um, if you like this reading, please click like or subscribe or leave me a comment because I like any of those three. Thank you so much. And I thank God, the universe, my angels, spirit guides, and ancestors, and my higher self for this lovely reading. Thank you, cards. Thank you, crystals. Thank you to you watching. Bye.